short. The Castlevania series has been around on multiple platforms since the mid-80s, thrilling the world with its vampire hunting action. Grant takes a look at the newest incarnation, this time on the 3DS.
Castlevania Mirror of Fate follows in the Castlevania footsteps as a direct sequel to Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Announced in May 2012 for the 3DS, the side-scrolling action-adventure game was released in March 2013. Producer David Cox made it known that the game was actually originally developed in HD and later adapted it to the 3DS. Castlevania Mirror of Fate is the first game in the Castlevania series to make use of the stereoscopic 3D exclusive to the 3DS. The game is set about 25 years after the original events of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Trevor Belmont, Knight of the Brotherhood of Light, is on a mission to avenge his mother, Maury Belmont's death. His father, Gabriel Belmont, is responsible for the unforgivable deed and has now taken up residence in a mysterious castle after returning from many years in exile. But the plot thickens, as what was previously Gabriel Belmont has transformed into Dracula, vampire and force to be reckoned with. As luck would have it, Dracula has sworn war upon the Brotherhood of Light, setting the scene for one monstrous showdown. As the story of Gabriel's descendants unfolds, a battle ensues, and eventually the descendants learn their shocking fate. Players play as Gabriel Belmont's son, Trevor Belmont, grandson Simon Belmont, Trevor's own son, and Alucard throughout the rest of the game. The players all fight using some version of Gabriel's original weapon in Castlevania Lords of Shadow, the Combat Cross, along with their own sub-weapons and special abilities. Each character in the game has their own act, resulting in a 3-act game. The player is made to explore different sections of the castle at different points in history, making this a non-linear style story, and a refreshingly different narrative approach. The game does well in keeping consistent momentum. With enemies approaching frequently, it's nice to know that the heroes are able to deal with them without fearing death at every moment. But players are made to spend a rather exhausting amount of time in combat. Even weaker zombies and skeletons require a lengthy routine of blows and beatings to overcome, which can become repetitive. Players can, however, gain experience points, which can be used to unlock new combos for your Combat Cross. Sadly, the benefits of this aren't felt until relatively late in the game. The game has also been criticized for having a relatively predictable story and for its less than challenging gameplay. However, in terms of graphics, Mirror of Fate does an exceptional job. The stereoscopic effect is extremely impressive, and the game is an all-round amazing feat on the technical showcase side of things. The voice acting is of a notably impressive standard, and with today's generally high standards, that's saying something. Its combat system itself is also praiseworthy and does a lot in adding to the appeal of the game. In general, the game has received mixed yet predominantly good reviews, averaging around 73%. And with all of that covered, the one thing you may be left questioning is, why the name Mirror of Fate? Well, in the trailer, Simon mentions that his father gave him a piece of mirror when he was still an infant, which is rumored to have come from a magical mirror. And chances are this is more than likely where the name of the game originated. And while we can't inform you of the fate that awaits the characters in the game, we can tell you that Castlevania Mirror of Fate is definitely a worthwhile gaming experience, guaranteed to be a fun couple of afternoons well spent.